If your can is still sitting out past trash day, pre-game, poop's always going in there. It's still going to be in a bag. Jesus Christ. Sure. It's not like I'm just barehanding these turds and whipping them in the can.
It's not a big deal.
Welcome into Season 5, Episode 7 of Unstable Discourse.
¿Cómo está?
¿Cómo están los putas? I am the drink bitch.
If I understood you, I'd be very upset.
It's a good thing you don't.
Yes. I'm Alex Seminary, the drink bitch this week.
Yes, you are.
Tailwind Media, here with Ryan Fancher of Unstable Disc Golf Gear.
Yes, sir.
Sean Callahan of Delwood Disc Golf.
Yeah, boy.
Jason Callahan, a bag of tricks.
Amguinea.
Enigma.
Only true fans are going to get that.
Yeah.
And we have Sheila the Deucer on the mic with us as well from Delwood Disc Golf.
Yeah, girl.
Ooh.
Yeah, girl. That's new. Hot shit.
This is how we do it.
Fuck with your boy.
So, ooh, that was hot. Alex almost screwed up the drink bitch situation.
Yeah. I did. I just was given a second chance.
Mm-hmm.
But he went and got us dinner, and on the way back, picked up the Stiegel Radler Raspberry Edition that we had asked for, and not the grapefruit edition that he had in his fridge for 6 months.
Yep.
It was more like a year.
But he came through. If you've never had them, I call them the Gilda Radners because that's how I remember it.
However, that another network recognizes in me a great talent for delivering relevant news stories with crystal clarity to millions of Americans.
They are Stiegel Radlers, and they are one of Jason's favorites. What are they, Jay?
It's essentially raspberry pop mixed with beer.
Yeah.
What it comes down to.
Reminiscent of a Natter Day?
Let me sip.
A bit. Yeah.
Sure.
It is refreshing.
I mean, that's what a Radler is. Radler is a type of beer. When you mix pop with beer, it's called a Radler.
Stop it.
Oh.
For real?
Yeah, Stiegel is the name of the company.
Gilda is the name of the company.
And then I've seen
It's the name of the person.
I've seen
Technically-
lime, I've seen blackberry, there's a couple different
I've
flavor
seen
variations.
Barbara Wawa.
Listeners, if it's your first time listening to the show, this is a show where we critique different kinds of beverages, and this is a very special episode, actually.
Absolutely.
So welcome in. No, this is a disc golf podcast, so we got some disc golf things to talk about.
Sometimes.
We're going to talk about a project that we were doing today, Callahan Acres. Sean, what was just a preview, just a dash? What were you?
A little dash. We were framing up one of the tee boxes.
Oh, that's it right there. That's the dash.
And
Stop.
we filled it with gravel. We got it through. If there are 3 phases, we did phases 1 and 2 this evening before we started to get carried away by mosquitoes.
Correct.
I know for a fact Ryan hates the way I said that word.
No, I didn't mind that at all.
No?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, it's the way you said it. If you were too cute about it, I would have had a real problem.
If I would have been like,
Mosquitoes?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
mosquitoes.
Bleeping both of those.
Mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes.
So we
Eating pistachios.
We will explain what this...
we attempted to get through it, but we got through phases 1 and 2. We'll wrap it up.
We'll
and,
explain
it
what
was fun.
phases 1
Yeah.
and 2 mean.
Yeah.
If you've never put in a tee box before. I never have, so I didn't really know what was going on.
Yeah.
So we'll tell you a little bit about that. We had a little fun while we were doing it as well. So
Cool.
we had a little fun while we were doing that as well. Before we get
What
to...
did you think was going to happen?
I just didn't realize how hard I was pushing on this bottle.
Let me make the most noise possible
This-
while I try to talk.
Plastic bottle has surprisingly low structural integrity.
Yeah.
Now I got to leave it in.
And then
that's great.
we are also going to talk, we're going to do a recap of our fantasy Frisbee analytics reconnaissance tournament.
Oh, we're still doing that?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Damn.
You can't.
I was hoping it was over
Yeah.
before the last tournament.
Yeah.
No.
There's interesting
Why
things
is
to talk
that,
about this time.
Jason?
New shit has come to light, man.
Whatever. Let's move on.
Before we get to those fun things, I'll let you know from the top of this episode. This is the last episode before we take a little break for the summer. So
A little breaky.
savor this one. It's going to be
Breaky,
there's going to be a
breaky.
little gap between the next one. Before we get to all the fun things, let's get into Fired Up.
Fire.
Alex did the for reference.
Yeah. Ladies first. She, what are you fired up about?
Ooh. I am a little fired up about the break.
Can't wait to stop doing this.
But it's because that means it's summer.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why.
Yes.
Yeah. We don't have any tournaments scheduled in June. Not to say that we're, slow, but we get a little bit of a summer. July will be crazy, but excited
what do you
to
got planned? You got like some river floats coming up, or what do you guys going to get up to?
That would be fun.
Yeah, I think we'll get into some of that. I'm sure we're going to have a gajillion house projects that will,
maybe. Yeah, we'll see. No, I'm going to summer break it up.
Just relax a bit.
Yeah, for sure. Chill.
Sean.
Yes, sir.
What are you fired up about?
I'm going to piggyback on Sheila's. I'm ready for summer to be here.
Piggyback on Sheila's what?
Her back. I'm going to jump on my wife's back.
That's your cue.
I was sleepy.
I just love warm weather. I'm glad that we're finally, it felt like spring took forever. I know I'm not alone on that one. It felt like we were in like 4 months of cold and rainy.
Yep.
And we're in that phase where like already people are coming into the shop and they're like, dude, it's so hot. And I'm like, don't you dare. We waited like 9 months to have this weather and it's here and I'm stoked for it. Is it okay if I'm excited for a little bit of a break from the podcast? Is it okay?
Yeah.
I'll miss you all.
We definitely won't see each other.
So it'll just be nice to get a break.
Who are you going to miss from the audience specifically the most?
Oh, God.
Not the most.
Brad Perini.
There we go. Just give me a couple names.
He's our boy. Jeff Big Wiz. I know he's a immediate listener. Ed Radakovitz is an immediate 4:00 in the morning listener.
He's upset when it doesn't show up at 4 a.m.
He wants to listen to this episode 3 weeks ago. I don't know why, but
yeah, right.
Yeah.
R2 3 putts. What do we call him? What do we say?
J3PO.
J3. So close.
He'll like that
Joey
one.
3 putts.
He'll like that one.
This is going to release on the day that you and Ed are playing Camden.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can listen with him.
We do. We do have about a 2.5
So where are you guys
drive.
at?
Say
on the road
something
right
to
now.
future Sean right now.
Yeah.
What do you want him to know?
Watch out.
Why do you go that way? Oh my God.
Why would you say something nice?
I don't know.
Say something like,
have a good time.
I bet you
play
forgot an
well.
extra pair of socks.
Yeah. Right. I mean, it doesn't matter now because I'd already be on the road.
Yep.
Camden will be fine. Hopefully you will find some
flat, dry ground,
as we always say.
Not going to happen.
Hopefully you find some flat.
Find some flat, dry ground. Yes, have a good time.
Wow. Yeah. He takes talking to himself in the future very seriously.
I don't know what you want from me.
Jason, what are you fired up about?
So in a month from yesterday, which is 3 weeks from the drop of this episode, I will be standing up in a wedding.
Ooh.
The whole time?
I'm pretty excited.
Why is it called standing up? Why is
you're literally standing up?
I know, but like there's a lot of people standing doing things. Like what? Like where did that come from? Like that's weird.
Standing up in a wedding. I don't know.
Are you gonna future Ryan insert
poll the
Seinfeld
audience or
What's the deal? What's standing in weddings?
Why do they call it standing?
It could be called anything else.
If you're in a wheelchair, are you still standing in a wedding?
Somebody tag Frolf Jerry.
Yeah, exactly. But because of that, I am doing a tiny little WLJ, a little weight loss journey as of yesterday. And I'm going to do my best to make sure.
Eat only apples?
To eat only apples
and pork
rinds.
And Domino's.
And the occasional slice of pizza.
Or 2 that you just had.
I did have 2 slices, but that's it.
Your day can't be apples and pork rinds. So we need to figure out something between 2 slices of pizza and apples and pork rinds.
Yeah.
There's got to be a happy medium there. But
trail mix? I mean, just off the top of my head.
Trail mix. But
oatmeal.
I already went and got fitted for the tux. And I'm just very concerned with making sure that said tux fits comfortably when I get it. And I look good in these pictures. I'm not.
How much time do you have?
I have 28 more days.
At least you have an outfit.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. That's you don't have yours. Yeah.
No.
Crash diet kind of situation.
I thought your fired up was going to be that you were excited for our brother's wedding.
So,
but
why?
Yes, if you absolutely, yes, you can. So sorry.
And I am. This is Nick's 3rd marriage, but his first wedding, and I am very excited that he finally gets his wedding.
Oh, I didn't realize he'd not had a wedding before.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The two were
is this
a
a situation where he was like married to the game before or something?
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. That was the first one.
Yeah.
Couple of different games.
Couple of different games.
Married to the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Married to the streets. Yeah. The games of streets. And now an actual
Streets
human being
1,
this
Streets
time.
2.
Yeah. She's very sweet. I am hoping this one sticks.
Yeah.
And,
As a family, we are a lot more excited about
this one than the others for
yes.
sure. She's
Braylon.
very sweet.
She does have a name.
Yeah.
And we do love
we're
her.
very excited to welcome her into the fold.
Yeah, I'm friends with her on Facebook. She's got great content.
She's a sweetheart.
She's a total sweetheart.
Great follow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna piggyback now on Jason.
Great.
On his back.
Sheila, you can go sit. I got him for a while.
I've been.
Would you get down or would you climb right from Sheila's back?
Yeah.
Just right
Climb,
onto
climb over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sheila,
Floor's
bend
lava.
down a
Are
little
you
bit
kidding
so I
me?
can. All right, Jason,
Yeah.
you ready for
Just
me?
don't-
Here we go.
Okay, don't move. Okay.
I was, because we all have speeches. Like we already did this once with Joe, and Nick is like, I want my wedding to be like Joe's wedding. So I don't know if you have been preparing anything, but I've been like kind of, all right,
No,
getting
Jason's
into
gonna
that,
wing it.
Yeah.
getting into that
I'll come up with
mode.
something really
and
funny 30 seconds before I start. Yeah.
I was like, what's going to inspire me? And I started listening to like 90s country music. That's a deep rabbit hole.
Jesus.
90s country music. But it'll have great storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Almost always makes me emotional.
You want to
and
cry? Yeah. Do you want to cry?
Every single song.
Ugh.
So I've been, getting some ideas flowing of how I'm going to get all the ladies in the room
Yeah.
crying and.
What song were you blasting when you pulled up to the shop this morning?
It wasn't blasting, but it was louder than it should have been. This is a funny story.
Get down, turn around, go
It was
down,
like Jody
boom,
Messina or
boom.
something like that. It was very feminine, like kind of, come on, girl. That type of shit.
Shania.
And I pull up to the bathroom and I hop out because I had to pee real quick. I pull back up to the shop and the music's playing the whole time because I didn't shut the van off. And I pull up and Ian Kastner is sitting there at the bench and he looks up at me and goes, dude, what the f*** are you listening to?
The same dude who's been talking about getting a chain for the last couple episodes.
yeah. And I was like, dude, I started laughing. I was like, dude, I'm embarrassed, man. I've just been on this 90s country kick. It feels right. I grew up in this shit. And he goes, you don't have to explain it to me, man. I've been in a 50s doo-wop phase for like the last couple months. It was great.
There's no way if I saw you go into the bathroom and then I heard what you were listening to, I wouldn't be thinking about you sitting down peeing in the bathroom.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Come on, girls.
You must be joking, right?
That's my fired up. Hey,
Yeah.
Alex, buddy, what are you fired up about?
Thank you. I am fired up that I got a new whip a couple days ago.
Yeah, you did.
I got a new nene. How weird is that?
You watch me whip, and
then
I'll watch you name
Yeah,
it.
watch me nene. Yeah, perfect.
I like paid off my used car, or it was new when I bought it. Whatever. I paid off
It was
my
in
car.
great condition.
I cannot believe that they even accepted the trade-in, let alone what they gave me for it.
Sure.
And that's kind of what leads me to like what I'm fired up about is
Did
not
they
just
know it leaks oil?
there's so many issues with it. And
The new one?
No, the old one.
Oh,
I got so lucky because I took it in to get work done. The check engine light came on. Actually, it stopped running in the middle of me doing something a couple days ago. Luckily, I turned it off, turned it back on, was able to get home. Brought it into the shop to get worked on. They gave me a crazy quote to get it all fixed, and then they like reset all of the lights on the dashboard. So then I had from like the time that those lights were turned off until they turned back on to try to trade the car in.
Mm-hmm.
And I managed to get to the dealership with none of the lights turning back on. The dealership gave me more money for this car than they definitely should have. On that note, I think part of the reason is while I was there, it came to my attention that the used car sales manager is a little gentleman locally who goes by the name of Zach Radecki, who recognized that we had a lot of mutual friends on Facebook. And so I think he kind of threw me a bone as, let me do the best we can for you with this offer. So I ended up getting offered more than I expected to get. And so I was able to leave the dealership in a new lease that same day, which I wasn't fully expecting to happen. Kind of a big come up. Shout out to the disc golf community.
Hell yeah.
I wasn't expecting it, but
Cool. Yeah, that's great.
yeah.
What is the one feature that you have in the new car that you didn't know that you would love?
I barely have paid attention to what's in there.
Oh man.
I think just functionality.
Yeah.
Well,
probably.
It
the
works.
ability to
The
run
fact
and start.
that, yeah,
Yeah.
it runs and doesn't have a bunch of lights on the dashboard.
I got the base model, so there's not a lot in there.
Still, there's
what
gotta
I
be
had
more than what
before
you
was
had.
like the
What is it? What did you
Yeah,
get?
what year? What
it's a
make model?
2024 Rogue. Nissan
Rogue.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're fun to drive. Liz has had one for years now. So I guess the unexpected thing is it's faster than I'm used to in my car. I got up to 105 on the way here without realizing I was going 105.
Damn, dog, take it easy.
Yeah. Like that's fun to do that. I've never had a car that just did that. Like for me, getting up to 100 in my Jeep was like a car shaking, and so yeah, I'm super fired up about that. And shout out to Zach at Ziegler Nissan in Orland. The whole experience was actually great. Usually going to the dealership is the worst. Yeah. This was a pretty good experience.
Oh,
so shout out to those people.
That's great. Rizzle,
is it my turn?
Yeah,
I haven't talked about it in a while. Can you guess what it is?
Baseball. Shed.
Oh, second guess. Shed. I was just about done, except for no reason in particular. I was putting off putting the gutters on. I don't know why. They're easy to do. I had all the parts. It doesn't take very long.
You had all that stuff since the beginning, right?
Since the very beginning.
When we got it all, right?
It's just been laying there. I've moved the gutter parts around to get to other stuff so many times that I think that's what triggered it. But the other day, I was finally like, this is stupid. Why am I putting this off? There was like a serious block in my, like, I would do anything but do those gutters. And I don't know why. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So finally,
because in the back of your head, you were like, you got to do those gutters. So you were just like going back and forth with yourself.
Yeah,
on the, you told me that I have to do it, so now I don't want to.
Right? Yeah.
Bitch, don't call me a bitch.
I know how you are.
Yep.
So I finally just got the stuff down, threw one of them together, and it took not even 2 hours. And I'd never done it before. I had all the parts. It's very easy to do, but like in practice, doing it versus in theory, it takes longer than it should the first time. And this was still like super quick, very easy. And so I don't know what the problem was. I don't know. I wasn't afraid of doing it. I just, for whatever reason, I would put it off. So I'm excited that I got over that hump. I don't know what it is. That, and then we also had a little, a bit of a shed warming party.
Yes, we did.
I got a new pellet grill, pellet smoker.
Ooh.
It is a Camp Chef Woodwind Pro 24. It is, it's pretty cool. So I had tested a few things out. They went well. And so I pretty much dove headfirst into a 12-pound brisket and
right out the gate.
Put it on the smoker at 11 p.m. Sunday night, let it go for 9 hours, wrapped it up, let it go for 4 or 5 more hours. It was like 13 total, something like that. And then let it rest. And then EBs came over and we had a little bit of a shed warming brisket eating party, and it was awesome.
It was great.
Turned out better than I had planned. Apparently it was great.
It was great.
It was great.
Brisket is notoriously hard.
So apparently it was great.
Brisket is notoriously hard to do, and I feel like I 8 out of 10 for first start. So
seems like
we had a first time
kind of a tall order for your first. You had to risk it
for the
brisket. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so I just followed a shit ton of YouTubers and came out swinging.
Immediately you said, I know more than you.
Yeah. And then I ate brisket.
56,000 views?
Yeah.
I know more than you.
I ate brisket on Monday night with the guys. Ate way too much.
I had a lot.
So we had meat mouth.
Meat mouth.
Then Monday for lunch, I had brisket. And then by Monday afternoon, I never wanted to see brisket again. And then I was seeing brisket the next day in a bad way.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
And yes, but overall it was great. So apparently.
Apparently.
That's all I got.
When I have brisket, I like to put brisket in the biscuit.
Brisket.
You couldn't do it.
Brisket.
You could
like to put brisket in a biscuit. I don't know why that's so funny in my head. Brisket in a biscuit.
You know what's good is when you take that and put it in a bowl and then you just whisk it. With
you know what?
And then the perfect side dish to that is a box of
Triscuits.
A box of Triscuits. Perfect. We're all on the same page.
Get out of here.
This is terrific. All right, I think that's everybody's fired
could
up.
Could that be it? Yeah, please. Yeah.
God, I want one more so bad.
Just going through the alphabet.
We're gonna let it come back. Jason's gonna hit us with one in like 20 minutes. So just let him simmer on that. Sean.
Yes, sir.
I think it's time for us to get into the Callahan rundown.
This is the you're not going to hear from us for 3 months edition.
It's the Hasta Luego edition.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. We know that you're going to miss us, but we have a few things that we want you to know about in the meantime. So listen up. Delwood and the Return of the Masters at the Oaks. We are bringing this event back and running it every other year. Registration goes live on June 7th at 7 p.m. And the event is on July 6th and 7th. Maybe the highlight of the summer.
I hope so.
I'm pretty stoked to bring this event back. It's going live in just a few weeks. We are picking out the player packs and the things and the tiny details. We are hoping that everybody is as stoked or ex-stoked as they were 2 years ago in 2022. So look forward to that one. Also another big deal, no big deal, Clash of the Canyons 8. That event goes live on June 28th, and the event is on July 27th and 28th. I cannot believe... 8. The number 8 is following Clash of the Canyon.
Wow.
I mean, I feel like just yesterday, Sheila and I and Steve Ratchin were doing Clash of the Canyons 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Barely cutting our teeth with large events, even at a small scale at that point. I mean,
it was very
to
strange.
think that, you know, and we've always joked all these years about how, like, we can't believe it's the 41st Illinois states or however many years it is.
Right.
That, like, we're already starting to feel that, and it's only 8. So
yeah.
We've got a long ways before we hit that Jesse Sains level, but getting up there.
Have you, now that we're on this subject, have you thought about Clash 10? Like anything that you know you got to do for Clash 10?
I think by then maybe we can fool around with giving the locals an A tier, because I think that they'll be into that.
Yeah.
Maybe still keep it local, add a big purse.
Maybe,
but do it up for the 10th year. Give the people an A tier. I think that'd be fun.
Maybe
fairly easy to do. 3
add
days.
some escalators and finally give Slauson what he wants.
For Kenny, that's all he wants.
Slow boy.
Moving on. This is a fun one. Topical, unstable discourse.
See, if you would have said mosquitoes like that, no.
Mosquitoes?
Yeah, no.
Mosquitoes. Unstable Discourse Open. Do we call it 2, or do we just give it the Unstable Discourse Open title? Because it is the second one.
I don't know.
As a group, we're deciding live.
We could do that thing where you just add an S to it. Unstable Discourses.
Right, like Alien and Aliens.
Or the Twisters, the Twister sequel.
Switch where the apostrophe goes.
Yes.
To show ownership.
Or could we do like Beetlejuice and go the Unstable Discourse Open, Unstable Discourse Open?
That's the one. That's the one. That's the one right there. That's the one.
I like that.
Or the Unstable Discourse Open.
Right. Fast and Furious stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that. I like that.
It'll be Unstable Discourse Open Tokyo Drift.
electric Boogaloo.
This year we're switching it up. We're going to be over at West Park. That's going to be a lot of fun. The event goes live on July 19th, and the event is on August 24th and 25th.
Nice.
New to the Callahan Rundown. I had a couple people say they were stoked to hear us talk about this. The Canyons log. I'm going to run through the schedule of people we've got coming up. Thursday, June 6th, we're hanging out with Jake Kotke and Jeff Katranik. Wednesday, June 19th, we'll be graced with the presence of David Hopkins and Sir Stephen Ratchin.
What's the date on that one?
That is June 19th. I believe that is
I'm off work for Juneteenth.
Thursday. You should come and hang out.
7:30
You should
a.m.
definitely do that.
7:30
a.m. we do this, yeah.
On your
do it
day
early.
off.
Oh,
He'll be dreaming about you.
You'll get a good nap in. That
The very next day, we're going to hang out. Going to be hanging out with Danny Brogy and Antonio Diaz de Leon, a.k.a. D'Antonio. That's going to be really fun. They are moving soon, so we had to get them onto the Canyons log.
Got to.
June 26th, Trevor Scott and Jeff Chappelle. This is a recent schedule.
Oh.
Yes. Jeff Chappelle reached out after the 9th episode of the Canyons log and said, we got to get on it. I said, pick somebody. He said, Trevor Scott. I saw Trevor Scott the very next morning. Stoked to hang out with those guys.
If my calculations are correct, that should be a great time.
Yes, that's correct. That's correct. I plan on talking a lot of statistics with Mr. Chappelle. July 10th, officially, the Midwest Disc Golf couple, Jake and Kylie Stovey. I don't know how in the hell they talked us into it, but no, I'm just kidding.
4-way? Serious?
They're going to hang out with us. That's going to be a lot of fun.
I feel like you'd have to talk to the people in charge about this. Yeah.
July 17th is going to be with Mike Ferreira. Ever heard of him? And his pal, Dave Ramos, that hangs out over at Delhi all of the time. So excited to hang out with all those new folks.
Cool.
Get some rounds in, get the log. I mean, it's just laughs the entire time. It's getting to know these dudes. It's like catching up of 7 years of not being able to play with a lot of these people. So I'm really excited to.
It's maybe the best content in disc golf right now. Your camera work.
Having some fun.
You guys are very entertaining, but you're also tracking the discs well. There's laughs. It's competitive, like that last one where you guys the old farts versus the kids.
Old farts.
And like there was a comeback story. Like, dude, I watched the entire thing.
Yeah,
and I don't watch most.
If I can keep your attention, I can keep anybody's attention.
And let me tell you, I got like a third of the way through, and I was like, damn, this thing is long. But I was like, but it's good. I'm going to keep going. I got to the end, and I was like, this shit is.
Are you
so
sure you
good.
wasn't talking about me?
Wait, I see what you did there.
Couldn't have been.
No, it's really, really good stuff. Like, big hats off to you.
Appreciate that, dog.
Thank you.
It's all Sheila, as I've been telling everybody. Me and Big Cat are just hanging out and doing the thing. He and I were joking about this morning, that we just get to hang out and do the thing we probably would have done anyways.
Yeah.
But you guys are such a vibe. Like, that's what makes it so compelling.
Yeah, we're having fun.
David Cope called you guys a really cute couple.
Yes.
That has rattled around in my brain since you told me that a couple days ago. And I was like, man, what a compliment. Like, I will take that all the way to the bank. All of the props to my lovely, lovely wife, who is just working her tail off to make those happen.
That's fun.
I love when you bring up new video ideas. They're always like innovative, and
the new one that you dropped this morning was cool. When you had the cutouts of Eric Decker and Matt White, was it?
Yeah.
That was really cool.
That was
Ryan,
fun.
did it get to you at all when Sean and Big Cat were referred to as a cute couple?
No, I did not.
Ryan
get
hates
that
me.
reference.
You're not jealous at all. I guess you two are more brothers than a couple.
We have an open relationship.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very progressive. Now I see why you're down with hanging out with the Stovies.
Yeah. Got him. And got him. Got them.
Got them. Got them.
Double whammy.
Got all of them.
There you go. That's all the things.
Got milk.
That's a lot.
And they are all unofficially brought to you by
discgolfscene.com. Come on, Pete.
Yeah.
There you go.
Come on.
Come on.
It's going on long enough now.
Yeah, right?
I mean, I know that I said it, but like, what was the reference to? Why did I even say that the first time that I said it?
We just kept saying that it was unofficially brought to you by discgolfscene.com.
Oh, like,
and I was like, come on, actually be the sponsor.
Hey, man.
Like, when is this going to happen one day? And
That's right.
Then Jason got his hands on it, and it briefly evolved.
It took all 13 seconds for me to make it gross.
We're bringing it back, though.
Yeah.
It is all about the unofficial sponsorship, Pete.
Yeah. Well, you have direct connection with him now. So
that's
no
right.
No big deal.
We could
Only a matter of time.
We could slip into those DMs.
Let's just go up to Minnesota and hang out with him.
Yeah.
Hey.
Before we take our break, I'm going to bring up something that I have beef about.
Oh.
You mentioned don't use the music, Sean. He got beef. Since you brought up Mike Ferreira, he and I are in the same Facebook group, the Midlothian Citizens Uncensored Facebook group.
Oh my God.
And so he chimed in on my post, and that's why I was reminded of this thing that I have beef about. When I walk my dog, I always clean the poop up in a bag, and then I bring it home with me and throw it away, unless I see someone's trash can is out on the street while I'm walking. Then I throw the poop bag in that trash can.
Yeah.
Over the last couple of days, somebody has been putting. So the first time it happened was actually one of our bags of poop. Like Liz goes, "Did you leave one of our like Archer's poop bags on the driveway?" And I was like, "Definitely not."
I didn't believe this was a thing, but now,
yes,
that's it. Okay.
The first time it happened, it was actually one of our poop bags. Like it's a very specific designed bag.
My God.
And then the next day, I was like, "Oh, that's weird. Maybe somebody like there's a million explanations." So I didn't think anything of it. Then the next day, there was another one, and it was a different kind of bag in a very similar spot. So it was like someone is intentionally putting bags of dog poop on our porch. And I assume
shit poop.
I called the shit
he
poop.
did poop again. Yeah.
I assume this is in retaliation to me putting our poop in their trash can sometime at some point. So
how petty.
That's pretty petty.
You have to be. There's no other explanation other than you're a Karen, right? Like to go out of your way twice.
They cannot get
to pull the out
to
of
the
your trash
bottom
can.
of the can,
dude,
without a lot of effort.
Yeah.
So the reason it was the day that the trash had just been picked up, so the can was probably empty.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm saying. It's all the way at the bottom.
You have to climb in essentially
Basically,
to get there.
The person's brain that thought that through and followed through on it is a sick individual.
And then to go the
next
day,
they hear
how
this.
dirty the inside of your garbage cans are? Who cares? It's in a plastic bag.
You know what? If it
You
had
didn't
just
dump turds in there.
Okay. It's not like
They're
like the
in
poop
a
is-
bag.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm going to play devil's advocate for a second, and I totally agree with the entire table. It's ridiculous. But if it had just picked up, that poop will be in there for a week.
Yep.
It's in a bag.
Outside.
It's hot outside.
Let me tell you this.
With a garbage can with a lid.
I totally agree
That
with
is
you.
the one detail
I
about
totally
this.
agree with you, but
I pick up 20 pounds of dog shit at a time.
yeah, I get it.
And I put it in one singular bag.
Mhm.
And then I just put it into my garbage. My garbage never, it's
Right.
never like, yo, what did I do?
Right.
It never smells that bad. And that's 20 pounds of it.
I know, but that's the only justification I can think of for someone taking it out and throwing it back on your porch.
You don't have a Ring camera?
So that's the thing is I do, and I cannot, it didn't get picked up whenever this person did it. So
Ooh.
Then-
Are they shutting your
So it
camera
had to have been
off?
done very early this morning, like in the dark, I think.
God,
And-
actually, I hope it's Liz.
Oh,
That would be the best.
Liz is the most mad.
She's turning
she
off the
moved
Ring
our
camera
Ring
and
cameras
doing it.
around and turned the sensitivity up so she can now see
Oh,
everyone that comes by her
yeah.
house.
So let me ask you this. Are you sure that, have you been throwing it into the same can every
it's
time?
just whatever can is out. Where I'm
How many
and-
times have you done this, give or take?
so on the day that
Poo roulette.
so the trash cans are only supposed to be out. They're only supposed to be out one day a week when the trash comes. There's actually rules that say you have to
Yes,
get your cans
correct.
back in by the next
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
So any day of the
Put
week,
your cans away.
if somebody has not brought their cans back in, I'm like, that's fair game. If that can's been sitting out there for like 2 days,
Totally.
poop's going in that can.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
some people don't give a shit, so they leave their cans out all the time.
Then
That said,
they deserve poop in their
Yeah.
can.
Once a week, I walk the dogs on trash day once a week. So then I'm just like, whoever's house I'm passing, if
Also-
their cans are out there, I'm throwing it in there.
Yeah.
Newsflash, dickhead. It's not your trash can.
Right.
It's
It's the
owned
city's,
by the
right.
city.
Yeah, right.
You
Yeah.
just
You-
take
you
responsibility
lease them,
for
basically.
it
Yeah.
moving around,
Right.
but it's not yours.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The thought process that somebody has to go to and go, oh my God, I went to bring my trash can in and somebody put a bag of dog poop in it. I need to take it out, and I know who it was, and I'm going to leave it in their driveway.
That's what I'm
Who's
trying.
sitting around?
It
in
has
this
to be
moment?
somebody
Right.
very
Oh, somebody
close
is
to me.
watching
Brush your
out their
teeth
window.
and go to bed. Like, what is happening?
Yeah.
I can't even rationalize.
I think Jason is as
man.
mad as Liz is about
It's
this.
awful.
I think it's a reasonable
behavior.
reaction, honestly. It's
It
like
is
it's so
awful.
unneighborly to get that mad that you are going to go like serve justice to this person for multiple
Yeah.
days in a row
Because
Yeah.
I'm not involved with this, I think it is worth the experiment.
of
Like marking each bag
Yes.
and then putting them in the
Using-
trash cans.
Do
Oh,
the
yeah.
same can 3 times in a row.
No, like do different
And
cans,
then-
but like, okay, this lady
Oh.
gets the star,
Oh,
and this
okay.
lady
You
gets
could
the
go that
circle, and
route.
this and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
when it comes back, I know who it
there's
is.
just such a good chance I'll piss off so many more people in the process.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
one
Tim,
out of
yeah.
300 people are going
Damn,
to
maybe I'm
for
wrong.
sure. It's the
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Let me put it this way.
There's
I
one in
am-
Midlothian, and you are dealing with them.
yeah.
on trash day, when the cans are empty, I'm going to stop throwing poop in people's cans because I agree with that. That's the one reason I think you could justifiably be upset. If your can is still sitting out past trash day, pre-game, poop's always going in there. It's still going to be in a bag. Jesus
For
Christ.
sure.
It's not like I'm just barehanding
Yeah.
these turds and whipping them in the can.
It's not a big deal. It's not going to stink.
It's
It
not.
There's
doesn't.
no
big deal.
way for it to
I've
stink.
never smelled the dog poop in our trash cans. And the
No.
same as you, when I clean all the poop
Yeah.
up in the yard,
Yeah.
it does
Yeah.
not smell.
No,
No. I legit don't even double bag the dog shit. Just one
Same.
single bag of 20 pounds of dog shit that
Yep.
never smells.
So whoever you miserable is that's doing this, or if you know who it is, tell them to get.
But okay, you said you put this on the Facebook page.
Yes.
And
And like 95% of people are like, there's no problem with this. In fact, I prefer this to people just leaving the poop in my yard.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
What's the alternative? To just leave the dog shit and not pick it up at all?
yeah. Or just carry it around with you until you get home.
Which is what I do usually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
But if there's a can there, why am I'm not gonna carry that poop with me for the next
Yeah.
15 minutes. Anyways,
Nothing wrong with it. You're okay.
that's the beef.
You're in good company. Bwamp, 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 bwamp.
All right, now let's take a break. We'll
All
be
right.
back after these messages.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Disc Golf family, it's Andrew Weary with Redemption Disposal and Recycling. If you need a dumpster, we are your go-to local contact. Are you getting a new roof, remodeling your house, or doing some landscaping? Maybe you're just looking to get rid of the old junk to make room for your new hyzer racks and disc golf gear. Redemption Disposal's standard-sized dumpsters are large enough for most jobs. The 15-yard dump trailers are on regular tires and hauled by standard pickup trucks, helping avoid any damage to surfaces, allowing for tight maneuvering, and the compact style helps minimize any inconvenience to homeowners. Our convenient and speedy service is unmatched, all at a competitive price. You can find us on Facebook at Redemption Disposal or email admin@redemptiondisposal.com. We look forward to helping you out with your future projects, but until then, we'll see you out on the course.
And we're back.
Mm-hmm.
And it's time for the gin and juice.
This is where we
Somebody
pause.
play the music.
Yep.
The real gin and juice is actually going to come to you in the form of a video that the Deucer is working on. Jason,
We're going multimedia.
let's give listeners a preview of what they can expect. You know, we don't want to spoil the whole thing, but
Sure.
why should they check out the video?
If you are nostalgic for 90s television and you like disc golf, I think that this video is going to be very intriguing to you.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're just going to do the mailbag, or what do we?
Oh my God. Yes,
So-
good night.
The video is it's there's a theme to it. It's going to be very fun. Like, we had a good time doing it, but it's actually documenting the work you guys were just doing. I say you guys because I just watched for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Out here at Callahan Acres, where you have your own course that is little by little coming to life.
Fruitation.
Coming to fruitation.
Fruitage.
So what we were doing out there was actually
Nope. Absolutely not.
fruitage is not getting a pass.
One more syllable. It's so easy.
Slips at Trin.
Yeah. Nope. No, thank you.
Trend.
Ugh.
Oh,
Go ahead. I'm
man.
sorry. Go ahead.
So we were putting together a teepad and basically finishing another hole
Mhm.
on your course.
Mm-hmm.
I had never seen a tee box get put together, and I always kind of assumed it was you just put some wood in a rectangle and then fill it with concrete, and you got a tee pad.
Well, there are many different kinds.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Concrete tee pads are the most common, I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
But these are not concrete.
They're AstroTurf.
Yeah.
The same AstroTurf used at Disc Golf Park courses. I did purchase it from Disc Golf Park from
I was
Mr. Avery
wondering.
Jenkins.
Mhm.
matter of fact.
Oh.
Yes.
So let's go all the way back to the beginning. The railroad ties that you're
Yes.
using to create the box, they were here.
Quite possibly my favorite part of all of this is that all of the materials we're using for the framing were sitting here in a pile waiting to be used for former owner Robert's fort that he was building in the back.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't mention this on the podcast before, but it is so cool because we get to repurpose it and do our
Mhm.
fun project that he was waiting to use that for and never got to finish. So I love that we're using that material.
Like
I do
his
as well.
his dream repurposed into your
Yes.
dream.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes,
Sure.
yes.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So okay, that stuff was already here, but it was just the turf that came from Disc Golf Park.
Correct.
So where are we in the process now? It's not all the way done yet.
It is not all the way done. All 9 baskets are installed. We worked on the 7th tee pad tonight. I still have 2 more to go, so it's very close. My goal, as I mentioned, whatever 2 episodes ago, the end of June. I think I'll hit it.
Hell yeah.
Just
We
a
have
couple
to
more
get
tee pads.
the pile of rocks out of the way so DGPT can park there.
Yeah. We actually have some motivation because where the gravel is dumped that we fill the tee pads with blocks, like what we refer to as like the secondary driveway, which is like the old driveway for the other lot that we have. So next month, July, early
Mhm.
July.
When everybody goes to Europe.
Yeah. DGPT hit us up already because the last 2 years or 3 years,
Mm-hmm.
3 years, they've used our other lot to just park their vehicles because they just go to Europe and they're like, well, we need somewhere safe to park them. And we're like, hey, yeah.
Or they just fly
So-
out of O'Hare? Or
Yeah.
whatever?
Mhm.
So he already, who was it again that has been
Cam.
Cam? So he hit up Sheila and was like, hey, can we do that thing again? And it's like, oh, well, now we have to get the gravel out of the way so they could pull the vehicles in on the driveway
Sure.
that's there. So
Putting together the wooden tee boxes.
Mhm.
you had the railroad ties, drilled them together. Then you had to like level it out, which was, if it was me, this is why I don't do projects. Cause I would have been like, this will work. Mm-hmm. It's not perfectly level, but like, we'll just play on an unlevel teepad. You just get used to it.
We won't.
Yeah.
Well, right. You guys wouldn't.
I won't be here.
I have been trained under my senpai, Ryan Fancher. Mm-hmm. And yes, no, things like that are a very big deal. Just, making it right. I mean, like if you're going to be a nerd to the level that I'm a nerd for this stuff, it'd be like going to 99.9% and then not, and being like, oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
So,
well, you'd definitely hate yourself if you didn't. And then once it's done, like undoing the whole teepad and redoing it correctly is a nightmare. So you got to do it right.
The part of tonight was trenching out one corner and shimming the opposite corner in order to create that.
It's
level.
A little bit of a downhill.
Yeah.
It's, it's like a 2 or 3% grade. It's not much, but it's enough to make it unlevel. Mm-hmm. And so there was a pitch to the left as well. So it pitched down and to the left. So we had to dig out the back right to try and make it level and shim up the front left. And we got it dead nuts.
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
Filled dead it nuts. With gravel, tamped it a bunch.
Yep.
And then
ran out of light. It got dark pretty quick.
And then mosquitoes came around.
Mosquitoes.
Yeah. Would you say you're about 3 to 3.5 hours in on this particular teepad project? Or by the time it's finished, it will be about?
Yeah. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Just wanted to give some context to like, if you're doing a similar workflow on 9 teepads, you're at almost 30 hours of work just on teepads.
If you're doing it by yourself, it is serious work.
We did the very first one, me, you, and Donnie.
Yeah. And
then the next 5 I did on my own with a little bit of help from Sheila when we were doing the Scredence Water Scrivival.
Yeah.
To be exact.
But it is...
No, it's a lot. Yeah,
it's
a
lot.
lot.
Shoveling the gravel into the cart, moving the cart over,
dumping the gravel,
dumping it out,
raking the gravel.
Dude, that gravel is
doing 3 loads of that, then tamping it, then doing 3 more, then tamping it, then doing 3 more, and then tamping it. It's a lot.
Workout.
I mean, they are they aren't going anywhere.
No,
as anybody would say who finishes one up. So yeah, it having done what we did tonight, I wish, and it doesn't matter, but I took a lot of my own photos through this process. Like this fall will be 3 years that I started this. So I know that nobody's going to care about it like I do, because it's like my little pet project, but it's like a big deal for me. And every time I'm out there, I'm thinking about like my motivation is people being able to see it and be like, whoa, sick, you did this on your own and that type of stuff. So definitely want to have an opportunity to have people enjoy it, because it's been a lot of, work where I'm out there by myself, convincing myself that it's worth it.
It's worth it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. To do the work, therapy in a way.
Makes sense.
So you said we're 2 of the 3 phases in on this one.
Mm-hmm.
What does phase 3 look like?
Actually attaching the AstroTurf itself. So we framed up, we filled with gravel, tamped it. It's flush. Now we have to attach. I mean, we needed maybe like 45 more minutes of daylight and we could have been done.
Yeah.
Attaching the AstroTurf itself is pretty simple. It's like, putting on a bed sheet, making sure it's level on all sides and
kind of stretching it across so it doesn't have any
stretching it like a carpet install.
Yeah.
But then you like staple it down to the exterior of the frame. Like
correct.
Wrapping
not
it around.
Staple,
and
staple, but
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very clean and concise.
Yeah.
The way that we.
A lot of people have problems with the AstroTurf and how slippy it is and how like it doesn't seem to be well maintained over time. And that is a clear concern at a lot of courses that have that, because the maintenance is not done or not done properly.
Right.
But here, I think, is another story. A, you won't have the traffic that a course will. And B, it's your own. So if you see something glaring, you're obviously going to fix it right away.
Yep.
So these are the perfect teepads for that. I can't speak to when it's wet or not. There still might be a little bit of an issue. But the way they sit now, they're perfect for this.
Yeah.
Concrete just would not have made sense.
And would have been very invasive. Like, would have tore up the rest of my yard to get machines to pour teepads that then I wouldn't be able to move.
Right.
If I wanted to.
Yeah.
I like that I can look out the window and still see green. instead of concrete
Yes.
slabs in the yard.
I've never appreciated the concept of AstroTurf until I had AstroTurf.
Yeah.
Because I've always been like, oh, concrete is the only way when we're talking about a public course or any course going in the ground. But now that I have them, and I have followed more closely to a lot of the guys that are doing disc golf park installations, like Dana, visiting his projects and seeing it done well. I think they've always held up over at Tinley. I don't think they've ever been an issue. I know the Avery course, Avery Preserve, I know that got some flooding that probably washed out some of that gravel aggregate underneath the turf, and that, formed some trampolining that is less than ideal. But yeah, I've got a newfound respect for AstroTurf. I dig it. I get why people like it.
Yeah. I do really like the fact that if something goes wrong underneath, some of that gravel settles or gets washed away or whatever, you can just
peel it back,
basically peel back the AstroTurf and redo it and just put it back in a matter of moments versus, if concrete cracks or if it fails or anything like that, which probably isn't going to happen, but it just seems like a much easier option.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like the natural aspect of it.
Yeah.
I really wish they were different colors. I know you don't.
Not green?
Yeah, I really wish there was like
a
blue and a red and a purple, or three different tees for three different, but would have been cool. I don't know if they make that. I don't know if that's an option. I would just love to have seen.
Yeah, we have all these purple ones in stock. I don't know what it is. Nobody wants the purple AstroTurf.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. Outside of Minnesota, I don't know, and nobody wants this.
Yeah. I think it would have been cool.
Yeah, for when Grimace gets his disc golf course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the AstroTurf is going to be the way to go when the Forest Preserve starts doing more disc golf stuff, which is happening for the record. There's motion, like good movement with those projects, but
sweet.
Yeah, just the natural connection makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we need to spend a lot of time on this. Again, if you guys want to see what the process of actually doing the work looked like, check out the video. It is not created yet, but Sheila will have it ready and it'll be awesome. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
Find that on our socials, our Facebooks, our Instagrams.
That's right.
All that good stuff.
Aside from that, we can talk about fantasy.
Yes, we can. The OTB Open came and went, and we have some highlights. We've got a little bit of a flip-flop situation.
Take it easy over there.
No. We're going to savor this moment because Jason has been a smug son of a bitch.
Yes, he has.
For a couple weeks now. So, we had some highlights. Team Tailwind had dual first places within their team.
First time ever?
Calvin Heimberg and Ella Hansen.
Wow.
And a second place.
Yeah, and a second place.
And I was this close to making Gavin Rathbun my...
oh, God.
I was on the fence between him and Luke Sampson.
Yeah.
And now he's had a couple top 10 finishes. I've been
He's done well.
Destroyed
Better than Luke has.
Yeah.
What if we would have redrafted like you wanted to?
We still can.
Gavin
And
and then my team
and then
went
your
off.
team went off. Yeah.
I would have been like, that makes perfect sense.
But we also had a lot of, actually, no, I take that back. We had a lot of players play above their rating. Team Tailwind had 5 of them. I had 5 of them. Sheila had 4 of them. Jason didn't have any.
Oh, man.
You know what?
Not my problem.
You know what?
Oh, you know what? Deucer had 5 too. Yeah. So coming in last place for the OTB Open was Team Jaylene with, go ahead, roll your eyes again. 189 points. Yikes.
Is it good to have a lot?
No. Chris Dickerson and Nicholas Antila didn't play, so it forced his alts, Kevin Jones and good old Nico Low Class Bro, to be counted, and they finished tied for 41st. So he got 82 points just on his alts. You hate to see it.
Do you want to borrow Eric Oakley?
Yeah, you totally can.
Suck it.
So he had 189 points. Next was Team Callahan, not far behind. He had 1 alt. Kyle Klein didn't play, so Andrew Marweed actually came in clutch in 13th place, but the damage had been done with 167 points because of James Proctor and Chris Clemens. A little rough. So 167. Next was Team Contentious Toad with 59 total points.
Killer week.
A great week. Can't complain. 1 point ahead of that, Team Deucer with 58 points. Unbelievable.
Cute.
And
PQ.
drum roll, please. The second highest score since this league has been formed with 45 points. Team Tailwind.
Wow.
Let me tell you about the time I win this week.
You did it. So the totals overall right now as they stand, Team Tailwind has 1,869 points.
So I'm that meme. I'm the guy in third place or fourth place, like dumping
And
the
he's
champagne. Still in last place. Yes.
And then Team Callahan is now in fourth place with 1061, a little bit of a flip-flop. The Deucer is now at 1028. Team Jaylene, 993. And Team Contentious Toad with a commanding lead at 884 points.
Wow.
1,000 points
this is
less
weird
than,
that the guy that's running the league is
Isn't that weird? So weird.
Gotta check your math.
Double check that.
Yeah.
Spreadsheet error.
So
he's banking on the fact that we won't.
Right.
Better
you did it for me this
They'll never
time.
check.
So that's where we're at. So the only spin this week, because there weren't any real highlights or lowlights as far as that goes, is Team Jaylene.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's get it over with.
Just do the Malort and get it over
You better watch out.
Here's what's gonna happen. Here's what's going to happen.
5 or 6 more events like this in a row, and I'm
going to
last
predict
place.
this wheel spin.
That should always be a thing that you can opt out of spinning the wheel if you just take 2 shots of Malort.
Oh, no thanks.
I think it needs to be more.
4 shots of Malort.
I'm going to predict this wheel spin. I'm going to land on tiny wheel, and then I'm going to hit that -50 on the tiny wheel.
Oh, okay.
That would be so
It's got to go.
Ready? Let's do it. Here we go.
Yep.
Tiny wheel. Tiny wheel. Tiny wheel. Tiny wheel. Tiny.
I was one off.
Yes.
Foot pick.
What is
Foot pick. Yeah.
Foot picks.
What is foot pick?
We decide that I have to start an OnlyFans where I only do feet picks to see if we can generate a little bit of revenue. Yeah.
Is the idea that you can't take it down until you've generated money?
Sure. Yeah, I'll keep it up for as long as needed. Yeah.
What's your handle going to be?
Yeah.
That's what we need to decide right now.
Oh, this is great.
Tolene.
Oh my God!
The goose never stops.
Never stops.
Wow.
Somebody was gonna spit a banger, and it was you.
Oh,
Somebody was gonna get there first.
I was thinking like I was trying to go Toe Jam and Earl. I was trying to come up with something, but that Tolene is it. That's it.
So I will go get the pedicure. I'll have them make sure they put a little clear coat on the toenails.
Oh my God, you're going above and beyond.
Yeah, I'll do the whole thing. That my first pedicure, they did it because I'd never gotten one. And they're like, you want clear coat? And I was like, yeah.
Whoa.
That is like literally how they spoke. I asked her, I said, do guys get clear coat when they have that? She did the clear coat, my first pedicure. I've gotten several since. I have not gotten the clear coat since, but the first time I did. But I'll get it for this. I'll do these puppies upright. And,
can you get color?
This is what you guys all need to decide right now.
I think you should get purple.
Purple AstroTurf.
Purple AstroTurf.
Furry purple toenails.
Yeah. I will have her paint one of the feet purple so are the toenails. The foot is not getting painted.
I can't wait to see this on Instagram.
The toenails
on
one of the foot will be painted purple if that's what you guys want.
Dude, you know who can help you? Andy Padula.
Yes.
I'm going to reach out to Andy Padula. We're going to do this right.
Oh,
we're going to do this right.
I can't wait.
We're going to take it all the way to the top, baby.
Can't wait to share the QR
I want to
code.
help with the video content. Like, I want your feet, like you're laying on your stomach with your feet up, you know, and they're like kicking back and forth.
Talking about mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes.
Yeah. You see what I did?
Yeah. Beautiful. Well done.
Look for that soon. Look for that soon.
Yeah.
Putting them in the pea gravel outside.
Yeah.
Oh, running through it. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that is the perfect ending to the fantasy segment this week. Poetic justice.
Toetic
justice.
Yes. guys are on fire right now.
God.
Yeah.
Can't stop.
Right. There's at least one thing in the mailbag that I think we should address. So Jason, why don't you take us into the mailbag?
Sure. I'm going to throw it right back to you because that means it's
Mail time.
Mail time.
Mail time.
mail time.
Woo.
Mr. Nate Hurst wants us to do our best Tim Allen impersonation with his grunt groan. What is it called? Does I have a name? His man noise.
So
Okay.
I think he has two different things because the grunt is the like, oh.
Yeah.
Sure.
But the
That sounded like Jabba the Hutt. But
Yeah, sure.
I'm glad that's not the contest. The contest is the other sound he does, which I don't think it's something else. It's not a grunt.
Okay.
It's
I thought that the contest was the ha ha ha.
oh, I thought it was the sound he does during the theme song. That sound.
Oh,
God, that was-
that was good. For the record, that was Alex. And that was very good.
Yeah, I was freestyling. That's
All right,
not, that's
fair
not
enough.
my submission. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't go first now. So
Go, Jason.
you can steer the ship.
Go ahead. Okay.
That was good.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll leave it to listeners to vote on who
Okay.
did it best.
Mhm.
I'll go.
Yeah.
Be bad. Is it? Oh.
It was bad. It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry that was bad.
Watched like 7 hours of the show
Yeah.
today.
Okay. You ready?
That's good.
It was
higher pitch at the end. Was
yeah,
it
I got a little pitchy there towards
high
the end.
C?
It was, yeah.
I feel like it switched.
Yeah.
He has to break.
No, yeah, that was if Jill squeezed his nuts right there.
Right.
I want you to put the real sound after each of us so we can compare how close did we get to the real time.
Okay.
Damn it.
It wasn't
really-
bad.
It was
Yeah.
pretty
Do
good.
that thing with his eyes. Like,
The one you
it was
did
weird to look
Yeah.
him
a
in the
few
eye.
episodes ago when I put the music behind it
Yeah.
Yeah.
was indistinguishable.
I
For the
tried too
record.
hard
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
got so far.
In the end.
It doesn't even matter.
No. Sheila's gotta
Sheila,
go.
she's
Me?
got to. Oh,
You
yeah.
got
This
it.
is so
Yeah.
unfair.
Yeah.
Channel it.
Oh, you're already laughing at me. I can't even.
Nope.
It was so close. It was right there.
Serious faces.
That's the cold open of the show for sure. Yeah.
Shit, that's good.
I can't believe I almost walked right over that. Oh, that's so good.
I think we can leave listeners on that note. Jason, you want to tie up the mailbag for
You know
us?
what? Yeah, screw it. We'll save questions for when we come back.
Yeah.
After
Beautiful.
the break. So.
Oh, see, that was
good.
good.
Yeah,
That was
I
good.
wanted one more
Really
chance
No,
there.
okay.
Yeah, I had a little Tim Allen strap
That one
on the
doesn't
back
count,
there.
but it was good.
Thanks.
We
Yeah.
will put this on social media. We do want to hear your votes. Who won the contest?
Yeah.
But as we said at the top of the show, this is our last episode for a little bit. So enjoy the break. Go back, listen to some old episodes.
Each one of us should have to say a little send off to our listeners.
like that.
Starting with Alex, go.
Enjoy your summers. Don't work too hard.
That's okay. No, that was totally fine.
Yeah.
All organic.
You forgot stay cool.
Yeah.
This is kind of like signing off a yearbook, man, because
Yeah.
we won't be back until
let me
like
try again.
school
Hold on.
kind of starts again. This is, in a way, this is like a sitcom.
In a way.
You take the summers off.
Do everything you can to actually do the stuff you like this summer. Don't let that stuff sit on the back burner. Do stuff you like this summer.
Ooh,
Mm.
love it.
I didn't know you were going to make
Love
us
it.
cry.
Love it. Jizzle, how about you?
Spend lots of money on my feet pics. And we'll do something cool with that money later on.
Yeah.
Promise.
Have you thought about what you're going to charge for a subscription?
$69.
Wow.
That's a lot.
For 10 years.
Yeah, for 10.
Oh, it's a 10-year.
Yeah.
That's a deal. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's
It's a program. I've already got it. I already have things in
the
place.
definition of value right there.
Yep.
All right. Who else has got sign-off messages?
Latest on the Menjay.
Latest on the Menjay.
I'll add one if you want. I can help supplement. You look like you're close to getting something out.
Go for it.
If you're thinking about getting a chain, stop thinking about it. Go do it. You will not regret it.
Get that chain.
Get your chain, dog.
We've all got the gutters in life that you're just putting up.
Ooh.
Go put the gutters up.
Put
Just
your
do
gutters
it.
up.
Just go do it.
Put your gutters up.
Whatever your gutter is.
Yeah, go put your gutters up.
Hey.
Yeah.
On that note, love the things that you love enough to install 9 of them in your backyard. That's my note to all of you.
Unless they're dead bodies, then don't do
Yeah,
that.
don't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
If it is bodies, just do it the right way. Make sure you don't get caught.
Just make sure you don't get caught.
A lot of gravel.
If you're gonna do it, be the best. On that note,
Don't put your dog's shit in your neighbor's trash can.
unless you want to be a regular nice person. On that note, y'all keep it on the fairway.
See ya.
Y'all be good. Catch you later.
Unstable Discourse is produced by Sheila Callahan. Edited by Ryan Fancher. Beats provided by Alex Seminary. And produced in association with Unstable Disc Golf Gear. Look good, feel good, play good.
Unstable Discourse is a Top Secret Studios production. You already know.
Oh.